Hey, everybody. A little toast for my husband. It's a sister day. Sisters, I hope that all of you are lucky enough to have a sister or sisters. I love my sisters. They're awesome. Okay, welcome to day 25 of Get Out of the Rat Race Rut. I am Beth Campbell. I'm a career and mindset coach and mentor for now, a former corporate captive, now helping you find fulfillment. If you need some guidance in finding your career or life happy place, send me a message or go to bethannecampbell.com/coach me, all one word. Thank you for being here. Swallowed my own spit. Thank you. If you're here watching live, let me know you're here in the comments. If you're watching the replay, please give me a hashtag replay. And of course, if you have any questions or feedback, let me know and I will try to answer at the end of this episode. Today, I'm going to get down and dirty and deep, not literally, figuratively, and real with y'all. And I might swear, fair warning, because I'm very passionate about this topic. Today, we're going to explore the question, aren't you too old for that? So if you're in your 40s or your 50s or your 60s or older, your inner voice has probably asked this question of you. I know mine has. Liz is her name. Or maybe it mocked you or teased you or tried to convince you that it's true. Mine does that 100%, Liz. STFU sometimes. Most of us have grown up in cultures where youth is shoved in our face at every turn, especially, but not exclusively, for women. Old, the word old, is considered an insult. I mean, just look at the treatment of Joe Biden just before he stepped down from his presidential run, which I don't disagree with, but I'm just saying it was very ageist. And I am no Trump fan by any stretch, but I did find it a little insulting when people started calling him Don Old. Now, I do think he may have some age-related issues, but just the whole old, like it's a bad thing, right? Look at comments in social media. If the person who puts the post out is maybe someone who is not a 25-year-old supermodel, you get a lot of horrible things that are said about being old, right? And again, mostly aimed towards women, although not exclusively. Our media feeds are flooded with fixes for aging, right? Makeup, body shapers, skincare because, oh, wrinkles, oh my God, fillers and cosmetic procedures, and how can we cover up and hide and mask and filter or otherwise camouflage our oldness. Famous people who are in the spotlight, celebrities, feel like they have to make themselves look younger to keep working. I mean, how many actors and actresses have said as much? And again, mostly actresses, women, but certainly men as well. Elderly people, older people on TV and in movies, they're often shown as like slow or dumb or forgetful to the point of ridiculous or unattractive. I mean, look at like Archie Bunker. Archie Bunker was in his 40s when he did his show. And I think he looks older than me. I mean, I'm older than in my, 43 or whatever. Anyway, how often do you ever see on a movie or a TV show like an older couple, like in their 60s even, being affectionate or even kissing? Hardly ever. So many of us feel it, especially in our career. I absolutely felt like I was being treated differently when I started getting into my middle years. I even did a podcast about it. I called it the 40-year itch. I've heard from many women the same thing. And again, it happens to men, but I think it happens a lot later. I've also seen it from afar when I was younger, when I was in my mid to late 30s, and I managed people who were 10, 20 years older than me. And I recognized that they were being treated differently, especially the women. So it is so ingrained with all of us, our lives. We hear it all the time, and we begin to tell ourselves the same shit. We doubt ourselves and our ability. We're too old. We finally get to a point in our lives where we have the confidence and the wisdom to get shit done, and then we just sabotage our own efforts. Our inner voice, like we talked about, kicks in. We don't think we can do this or that or be this or that because we believe the lie that we've been told all these years. As my friend Stephanie Banach has said in one of her posts, put your hands up and declare loud and proud, no more, right? So no more of I'm too old for that. Here are some interesting facts that you might not be aware of. And I got a lot of these from businessinsider.com. So the founder of Zoom, Eric Yuan, I'm probably mispronouncing it, I apologize, but Y-U-A-N, Eric Yuan, founded Zoom at the age of 41. Toni Morrison, author, won the Pulitzer Prize when she was 56 and the Nobel Prize in Literature at 62. Vera Wang, designer, didn't enter the fashion industry until she was 40. Henry Ford was 45 when he created the Model T car in 1908. Rodney Dangerfield, I don't get no respect. Rodney Dangerfield, the comedian, didn't get his comedic break until he appeared on the Ed Sullivan Show at age 46. I had no idea. Julia Child wrote her first cookbook when she was 50. Colonel Sanders, Kentucky Fried Chicken Colonel Sanders, opened the first KFC when he was 62. Jamie Lee Curtis, who is, for me, like an icon of how to be a badass at any age, she won her first Oscar, her first Academy Award in 2023 at age 64. Coldplay, do a matinee. I would go to a matinee concert for sure. Spot on, Jamie Lee. Beth Campbell, yours truly, Beth Anne Campbell, published her first book. I can't believe I'm going to admit this, but I'm going to say it for the first time ever publicly. Published her first book when she was 53 years old. That's right. She started a podcast at 53. She published her second book last year at age 56. She will be a best-selling author, even older than that. She started a career coaching business at age 57. Yeah, that's right. Just like the band Kiss said, shout it, shout it, shout it out loud, which is ironic because there's actually a line in that song that talks about somebody being too old to understand. So it's irony, but still it fits. It fits. All right. So here are the truths. This is the truth. You're never too old to reinvent yourself. You're never too old to try something new. You're never too old to change careers. I've heard that one a lot. You're never too old to start a business. 57 people. You're never too old to be a parent or a grandparent or get a dog. You're never too old to write your first book or record your first song. You're never too old to dream and to chase and fulfill your dreams. And you're never too old to show the world what a freaking badass you are. In fact, I don't know about you, but I feel like the older that I get, the bolder that I get. I get more confident, the less I give a flying fudge. The more I want to help people, the more I want to try new things, the more wisdom I have, which isn't learned from a class or a book. Like that's not something that you can learn in school. It's from experience, failure, discomfort, improving our self-image, all the things that we've talked about in this series. The older that I get, the more certain I am that I'm going to manifest whatever the fudge I want in life. The older I get, the more I want to be full of joy and be fulfilled and be creative. I feel smarter, funnier, more successful, more empathetic, more badass than ever. And I couldn't give less of a shit if somebody thinks I'm embarrassing myself because I've lived too many years on this earth and I have too many wrinkles for their comfort. Fuck that. That's right, I said the F word. Fuck that. Twice. And for those of you who do feel old, why? What is it in your life that makes you feel that way? And I don't mean like aches and pains. I mean, I had aches and pains in my 30s. Although I will say if you're not taking care of yourself, that's a place to start at any age, right? Now, what is it that really stops you from believing that you can do whatever you want and you can achieve whatever you desire? Think about it. If you have dreams, but you're struggling with the I'm, too old for that mindset, send me a direct message. Go to my website, book a call, bethannecampbell.com/coach me. First call's always free, folks. Let's just have a chat. There is no problem that I love to help more with when then somebody is deciding to take their life into their own hands and fucking rock it. So let's figure out how you can rock it. Aren't you too old for that? Hell no. Hell no. No more. Right, Stephanie? All right. Tomorrow, we're going to go back to your job and we're going to ask the question, are you owning it when you screw up? Ooh, are you owning it when you screw up? Oh, that'll be deep. Deep. We're getting deep this week. You know, we're on the final stretch. We got to get deep. All right. I don't see any comments here today. Don't forget to connect with me on Facebook. Oh, wait. Whoa. Oh, I spoke too soon. Stephanie says, I'm always inspired when I hear about someone's aha moment came later in life or make those huge transitions when they had experience. Yeah. I mean, it's not that you can't, but I think for a lot of people, they just don't have that confidence until they get older. And then it's, youth is wasted on the young. Isn't that what they say? So, uh, there's a delay. Haha, good. Well, thank you for showing up, Stephanie. Appreciate it. In case you missed it, no more, right? I gotta get it in the camera. No more. I love it. I use that all the time. That came from Stephanie in one of her posts on LinkedIn. Go follow her on LinkedIn. She's awesome. All right, folks, don't forget to connect with me on Facebook or LinkedIn if you are not already. Thank you once again for joining Get Out of the Rat Race Rut. You're here because you are a badass. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. I will see you tomorrow. I'm off. I'm having a ribeye steak for lunch, and I'm so excited. So I am out of here. So I'll see you tomorrow.